Hello and welcome to a special Let's Talk About Anime. Phil's not here. He got replaced.
Phil did not want to hang out with Uma-chan or whatever her name.
It was
Uzaki?
12 episodes and you still don't even know her
I don't
name.
know why I can't remember. If you guys watched the Just Opinion movie review of Want to Be the Strongest in the World, I can't remember Japanese names. I don't know why. It's not intentional. I just can't remember.
Well, I can't believe you don't even remember her first name.
Uma? Is it
No, it's Hannah.
Hannah? Oh,
Hana.
wow.
Hana Uzaki.
That's probably when shows like they go, oh, we're gonna say both the first name and last name is your name.
Anyway, we watched Uzaki-Chan Wants to Hang Out.
So there's a little backstory behind this. Jacob had bought a figure of
Sell me out.
of Uma-chan,
Uzaki.
Hannah, and that one was intentional, but I still can't remember her name. And the figure is very creepy, and so it's always made me like want to stay away from this TV show. And then he's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, yeah, I also got the DVD of it." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, let's watch it." So that's basically the premise behind why I want to watch it. And let me tell you, these episodes are fucking long.
They're only 25 minutes.
25 minutes, and it's like a slow ass snail going across the plot. I mean, it was alright. I like the anime, but
So plot. There really isn't any. Like, Uzaki wants to hang out and be a bother to Sakurai.
Yes.
This man he's a loner. He's got quote unquote a villain face going on.
he
also might be Saitama from One Punch Man.
So I find animes that have the main character that they kind of dress as like the villain. I find those actually more interesting than the fucking innocent looking boy anime.
Mm.
But, it's like I prefer the ones who are like, yeah, I'll kick your ass.
You're into the bad boys.
I'm in bad boys.
But yeah, so it's basically Uzaki trying to just be with Sakurai, and the whole world is kind of conspiring with or without her kind of notice of it, because they work at a cafe, and the owner and his daughter are like really into people watching, and this is like the best show for them.
The daughter is more into watching. Is his name Sakurai?
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's gonna be tough.
Why is it gonna be tough?
His name's. I'm just gonna say main character right now. The daughter is into watching a main character.
Yeah, he's fine.
There's the best scene. It's just like one time it's like, he's fine with the nosebleed, everything coming out, but yeah, the dad is into watching people, and he doesn't understand Uma-chan, Hannah.
Uzaki.
I'm just gonna say Hannah. He doesn't understand Hannah, so he finds her fascinating.
Yeah, and the best part is like, so when she shows up the first time, he's counting the stock, so he's behind the counter, and as he peers over, he's like, "You're in middle school." And she's like, "What? No, I'm an adult."
Yeah, I think. Do you want to address that first? The controversy of this show.
Is that she's short but stacked?
Yeah. So everybody was like, "Oh, they're having a date." To be honest with you, the whole time watching it, I never once was like, "Oh, she looks like a kid." But everybody was like, this was like years ago when this show came out. They're like, "Oh, looks like."
I wasn't aware of that controversy.
You didn't know that?
No, because I don't pay attention to anime Twitter.
Okay. Well, yeah. This show had controversy where they're like, "Oh, the main protagonist is dating a underage child." And everybody's like, "No, she's 19. It says it directly in the thing. It says it twice. It goes,
yeah,
she's 18, and then it goes a full year and it says 19.
No, I think it goes 19 to 20.
No, because he's 20, right?
I thought it was 21. Yeah, no, you're right.
But yeah,
but she does turn 20 because they go out drinking.
I'm pretty sure people were like watching the anime, and then they saw that scene with the the dad behind the bartender. He's like, "You're middle school."
Middle school.
And even the girl's like, Were you just about to say I'm in elementary? You were just about to say it, weren't you?
And then you've got Sakurai's friend, who's just this rich kid, and he's really into this. He just wants to see some like romance, and he is unlike the cafe owner's daughter. He's willing to like get hands on, and she's like, "No, you gotta back the fuck off. Like you are going to ruin this." And they kind of just like start working together.
The daughter and
the
rich boy.
Yeah,
I call him Shaggy.
I mean, he does got a very Shaggy looking look.
Like a rich Shaggy.
Well, Shaggy is rich.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because he's in a green shirt and then brown pants, and he's got blonde hair. I was like, yeah, that's totally Shaggy.
But yeah, no. So they're all trying to conspire to get them together. Meanwhile, Sakurai, like, he's having this internal conflict. Like, I like her, but good God, is she annoying? But I like her, but she's annoying.
Yeah, that's one thing that it gets kind of old after like the 10th episode, where it's just like, okay, do you like her, or are you just gonna keep going, oh, she's annoying? And it's like, fucking just.
Well, the thing is, like, he'll be like, oh man, she's really cute, and then as soon as she picks up on the fact that he's like, oh yeah, no, she's kind of great and all that, she's like, all right, time to fucking detonate this bomb right in front of him. And then it's just like, no, no, you're an idiot, get out of here. And then the cycle starts anew. That's pretty much, well.
And then yeah, that's pretty much the whole. And then like each episode's like them hanging out. Essentially, yeah, he comes over to her house, and it's like summer break or whatever.
Yeah, a majority of it takes place during summer break. They go on a trip to a place, Tottori. And it's apparently like the lovers' capital of Japan.
And Shaggy and the daughter are like, yeah, we're trying to get these two together. This is just a unforeseen thing where it just happened to fall into our lap that they're going to this place.
Yeah, coincidentally, we were
because they won a lottery. The main character and Hannah Montana. They won just a random lottery thing, and
yeah, they got in a fight, and some kid's like, "Hey, you shouldn't be fighting. Here's a ticket. Bye." And yeah, they win a trip for two to Tottori. Then there's also the beach episode where beach shenanigans happen, smashing watermelons, telling ghost stories, attempting to tell ghost stories, mostly just dragging them out into the woods. And
there's a funny scene where they're just trying to smash the watermelon, and the main character has his face mask on, and so then he falls, but he falls on top of Hannah, and so he like grabs her boob. He's like, "Is this the watermelon?" And he's squeezing it. And then, like, as soon as he takes his mask off, Hannah gets up real fast, puts the watermelon back down, and he goes to squeeze the watermelon. He's like, huh, this is weird. But Hannah likes it. She's kind of like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, she's really into it. There's an episode where she gets drunk, and she stays the night at his place, and then just, like, throws up all over his futon. So, Hannah's mom's like, here's some money to buy a new futon, and he's like, look, I don't need all this money. So he goes back to her place, and his mom just gets the wrong idea.
Yeah,
like she's thinking that he's coming on to her. In
there's
reality,
multiple episodes of this,
and in reality, he just wants to pet the cat that's on her lap, or he's explaining coffee beans in the next room over. And every time Hannah's mom is on a screen, she's just getting the wrong impression. And it's kind of great.
Let's talk about the best scene. So we brought up the cat. So the first, I think it's second episode, there's a cat, and main character's like, "Oh,
I want to pet that cat.
I want to pet that cat." And then,
but he keeps scratching me.
And Hannah, the cat gets scared off, and then Hannah's like, "Oh, well, if you want to pet the cat, we'll go find it.
I'll go catch it."
And she gets stuck in a bush. And then I'll let you say it.
So he comes around the corner, sees her stuck in the bush.
Her ass sticking out. A panty. She's got underwear on and stuff.
And he just walks up, slaps it, he's like, put that ass in.
It's the best fucking scene. And it just comes out of nowhere. He just jumps in the air and just slaps it. And then he tries to pull her out, and it looks like they're having sex. And a bunch of older women are like, oh, and they run off.
There's a whole lot of like phrasing gags. Like somebody, like they'll say something, and then like he's trying to give the money back to her, and everybody in the background is just like, is that extortion? There was a lot of alcohol involved. It was her first time. Yeah. Now he's taking money from her, and maybe he needs some from her next paycheck. And like that happens 3 or 4 times, and it's usually the same result. It's just him shouting, "You gotta work on your phrasing." But yeah, like other than that, it's a slice of life thing where it's like, here's an event that happens, and then maybe an event that happens later that doesn't really pertain to the first event.
Right.
Just, hey, look, these two are hanging out again. Like the time she gets hypnotized.
Yeah, she tries to hypnotize the main character, Hannah does. And then, main character's like, oh, I'll play along.
He's like, oh, you thought you could actually hypnotize me? People still do that? And he's holding the coin, on the string, and then she just
gets hypnotized.
Normally at this point, I think we'd start throwing numbers at it, but we're not gonna do that.
Well, okay. So if we're at the end point, I want to talk about the ending. So I was telling Jacob, a lot of times, animes they do this thing where they're like, here's the premise. Here we're this is what our goal is, and then when they get to the end of the 12 episodes, they're like, oh yeah, well, whatever. So it ends with them like going to hang out again, but like there's no advances in romance or anything, and it's like I get tired of animes that end.
Well, they're definitely closer than what they were before.
Well, are they? They always seem like it, and then they go back to fighting, and then do this little.
Well, yeah, that's just kind of what they do. They just kind of argue and they bicker like a married couple. But like, I think they're definitely closer in the last episode than they are in like the second episode.
There's I had just watched a anime prior to this recording. It's called The Seven Witches, and basically the premise is this guy kisses everybody, and so the last episode, the main character tells all the witches and everybody like, hey, I wish that all these powers would go away, and so the girl that he's dating, she ends like she's like, hey, let's go up to the rooftop, and so her power is she can swap bodies with people, so she goes up to the rooftop and says, hey. To the main character Yamada, like, hey, come up here with me, and then they talk, and then she's like, I want to kiss you, so they kiss, and it ends where it's like the main character's like, did you just bring me up here to kiss me? And she's like, yeah, and it ends like I kind of like that ending because that's like something, like there's something right there. It's like, okay, they're a couple now. This is just like, I guess we're gonna hang out again.
I don't know, man. Just if he kisses everyone and he gets a kiss, is that really like couple status?
Well, I didn't explain the whole premise of it.
I mean, yeah, but
he was in love with her, and then she was in love with him.
Yeah, but like Sakura at the end's like, look, we're gonna be hanging out a lot more now. Like he's accepted that they're gonna hang out.
But is it just friends?
No, she's clearly into him.
Well, they're both into each other, but
it'll work. It's only been a year. It's only been like summer break. Like it was only like a few months. It's fine. Relationships don't gotta go fast. It ain't Sonic.
No, they don't have to go fast. But I think in TV shows you should have some type of it. Like, and we don't know. I think I didn't look it up. I was going to, but I was going to look if there was a second season coming out.
Yeah, I can look that up real quick.
But, while you're looking it up, I'll give numbers. What numbers you do? Do you 1 out of 10?
Out of 5.
Out of 5?
Alright, plot.
We'll do out of 10. Plot, I'll give it a 50.
Animation.
I'll give it 100.
Characters.
I'll give it a 2.
Jeez, what else? Dub.
I
think that one's out of 2.
I'll give it 155.
Let's see. Genre strength.
I'll give it 2 million.
Okay. Bonus.
No bonus.
No bonus? Okay. So
There was no bonus scene, so no bonus.
I think we're looking at like 2 million and like
Yeah!
maybe 100 or so.
We did it!
Wow, I can't believe it. All right, everybody. This show will never be topped. See you later.
Wait. We're leaving it on my head, dude. Is there another season coming out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that's how I was just trying to like throw stuff out while you were looking it up.
Yeah, it was confirmed for...
Is it confirmed for a second season?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe in
sometime this year.
Maybe
seems
in
like
3 years when you get the DVD, we'll watch the next season, do part 2.
It's apparently going to be called Uzaki-Chan Wants to Hang Out W.
W.
And the W will be pronounced double.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, now you can close it up.
Goodbye, everyone.
Later, boys.
Thanks for coming to the extras.